Musician Peter Katz was leading a group of youth on a hike, with him needing to both lead the pack and also make sure that nobody got left behind. But one person kept slowing down the group and eventually stopped in her tracks, while the rest of the group, who Peter was responsible for, kept hiking forward, putting Peter in a very awkward position. This is when Peter's situational intuition, which took a look at the best way to handle the situation he was in, got him to simply listen, which gave this person the strength to share a story of guilt that she had been carrying for a long time.
I have this group that's over there that I need to be with them relatively soon, but this is a crisis, and what do I do? And so I had to really listen to my intuition. And I just sat down next to her, and we sat in silence. I don't know how long, 5 minutes, maybe longer, maybe shorter. But I'm just sitting in silence with her. And then she says, "I don't deserve to get to the top." I said, "Why do you feel like you don't deserve to get to the top?" And she said, "Because I'm a terrible person." And then I intuitively spun around. I looked her in the eyes and I said, "Do you trust me?" She's like, "Yes." I said, "What if I told you that no matter what you were about to tell me about why you think you're a terrible person, you're not a terrible person, that you're a great person who deserves to get to the top?" And she said, "Well, you don't know what I've done." And I said, "Well, try me." And she said, "Well, 2 years ago, I was on the phone with a friend of mine, and I, told him to F off and hung up on him, and he ended up killing himself. And I'm a terrible person. Like, that's my fault." And I looked her in the eyes and I said, "I'm really sorry that happened." I said, "But it's not your fault. And if this person was really your best friend, what he would want more than anything in the world is to see you get to the top of that mountain and be proud of yourself." And she looked at me and started shaking and tears poured out of her eyes. And then she stood up and ran to the top of the mountain. and we have a photo of us together on the top of the mountain, biggest smile. And it was the most unbelievable moment.
With Peter trusting his situational intuition to simply listen and allow her the space to share her feelings and emotions, he helped her get rid of the guilt that she had been feeling for quite some time. When your situational intuition senses that there may be an issue with some of your employees, simply listening to them allows them to share their feelings and emotions, which shows that you really care, deepening their trust in your brand, with this level of trust being really important when making very risky business decisions. Former chairman and CEO John Rothschild was also about to make a very risky decision of his own by thinking about tossing away an amazing career to help salvage a tiny, almost bankrupt little restaurant. How he trusted his intuition to turn this one location into a $2 billion franchise empire can be seen in this video.